8 and 9 for those at show centre. I'm sure we can only see the nose lights of 3 aircraft, but get your cameras ready. There's a little bit of surprise as Red 7 hides in the smoke of Red 6 in the Tempest. Each year to master, this is the rollback. Not just about the pilots. Those 120 personnel are the engineers, the logisticians, the administrators, the mechanical transport drivers, the public safety, they're known as the Blues, the colour of their flying coverall. For the world's famous synchro horn. Coming in from the top right hand side is Red 8, East Spears Hard, Red 8 Fletcher, Pitch Walker, former Harry Pike, former Typhoon pilot, former qualified flying stop for T12. And the Arrows would like to dedicate today's heart to all the volunteers and organisation personnel of the Swansea Air Show, as well as Flight Sergeant Chris Thomas and his wife Sharon, who are celebrating their wedding anniversary, who is one of the air cadet instructors and member of the NHS. Get your cameras ready for the Hannah break. Red 6. Red 8 and 9 go up and down the roller coasters, and Red 6 brings them down the line.
Yeah, Tash, when it slips in, no. Pretty hard to see the distance between aircraft and flying and then air. The pilot must have at least 1,500 basket hours. This sets up for ground in the air and have one operational tour of each aircraft, pulling 5 to 6G now, turning hard to each other, only passing each other by 30 metres, that's only 100 feet. As they completely lose a long sideways, 100 miles per hour. The smoke comes on, he lines himself up with the inverted V to perform the Deuce. Red 9, he was uniquely taken from training and made an instructor on the whole formation. It seems that the pilots on the outside of the formation start to put their input in the control column just a little bit earlier than those closer in, as we want the formation to move as one rather than a ripple effect down the wing. Now to Red 8 and 9 moves in. Go. Originally from Zimbabwe, he's a former Typhoon pilot. He's flown with 3 squadrons. He's also flown with 29 squadrons in the operation as well as 41 squadrons in the test and evaluation squadron, all based at Orient Company in Lincolnshire.
They look so clean and efficient when you see it. something that can literally surge you up to a high level in just a matter of a minute or so. Into an outside bend when we are experiencing virtually minus putting 9G in the same position of the Delta under Typhoon. You're getting into formation flying. Actually, I can tell it's all in the cadence. Very calm, very positive. So all the other pilots know exactly what to do to stay in that position perfectly firm. They're all pulling up, just doing the same, doing their best now to keep the position very much the same in the sky, so they aim to come out absolutely flat at the bottom. Really well done. And this is where they score so highly, this team, always managing, despite these things. That's just really nice, tight pairs formation. Real joy to watch. Distinctive sound from this aircraft is the top of the range from the extra aircraft, one of the most, the 300NG, one of the most modern purpose designed and built unlimited aerobatic aircraft in the world. Coming out of that famous stable of aerobatic aircraft, the extra aircraft company in Germany. The original EA300 designed back in 1987.
Oh, that's Ash.
I think you'll agree that is another equally delightful manoeuvre and just arms this team out of something. And team racing for around about 6 years now. As they come over there, completing what we call a half cube, and as you come out of the top of a loop, just basically check it for just a few seconds, keep the aircraft wings level, and then roll it, and that completes that. So neatly positioned and so very little movement of aircraft, changing them. As you can see from there, give them away when they're coming closer and go by you as well, because they are working very, very hard indeed. Go. And there you see, and Sid calling the brakes. Beautiful formation shot as he pulls them right over the top. a roll. And that's really impressive. And you can see how tricky it is to maintain exact position.
If you've got some good shots, make sure to either send them to our social medias or tag us using that. From the end of this half horizontal bob is pushing negative 2G, levelling the aircraft upside down on an inverted path. Having sat on this display myself, I can say that this is not a comfortable position to be in. This is Bob's second year with the chief display. He's demonstrating a face height of 367 with the two final passes and just 100 feet.
Capable of reaching speeds close to 450 miles an hour, flying up to 42,000 feet. Pressurized cockpit, wasn't armed. Of course, that is because its essential features are all about.
After completing this half Cuban, Bob will enter the 4-point roll. It's a great shot from the camera. In the 4-point roll, Bob delicately using the rudder to support the nose above the horizon while flying at 90 degrees angle of bank. The tutor had a maximum possible 6.
It's punishing on the body, it's not so punishing on the aircraft. A really, really outstanding machine here in her hands. The Extra 330, a German designed and built aircraft, and really able to perform at this level of unlimited aerobatics. Especially built for this, with a wing designed to ultimately withstand bone-crunching G-forces, well in excess of 20 G, but of course the body can't handle much more than about 10, and even then only for a very, very short time. An airframe constructed from steel tubing, carbon fibre, wood and a carbon chemical wing skin. Real high-tech materials combined into this weight-saving machine with a stunning performance. Roll rates exceeding 420 degrees per second, and speeds varying from 260 miles an hour, well, pretty much to backwards, and she just holds it in the sky. Letting the aircraft tumble through the sky, and lots going on in the cockpit during the course of these displays. The sticks and rudders are operating in 1992.
Take it back up to the top.
Here once again, as Melanie was showing us earlier on, the aircraft built to withstand a minimum of plus or minus 10 G, which is pretty extreme. Another outstanding roll rate, 400 degrees a second. Cruise speed up around 200 miles an hour, back down to 50 where needed, and just a very short runway, around about 300 meters needed for takeoff and landing. But cruising around Europe at a very leisurely and conservative speed, around 160 miles an hour. They make a really good touring aircraft with room for a bit of luggage as well. Observing and flying these historic naval aircraft, supported by the modern Royal Navy. With the cats. Just one of the Blackgate side ladders. Historic and modern in one single picture frame, spanning decades of Royal Navy aviation.
They've already got the keys
Capable of doing anything about it. They can just hang in the straps. Incredible, yeah. So Orma didn't last too long, but Ethel Dare went on to do a few more trips, and the rest is history in many, many ways. It became a very well-known disparity in the States, moved across here. They are going from success to success, and they're busy every weekend throughout the summer and frequently deploy to China or to the Middle East during the course of the winter. that fantastic roar comes from the Pratt & Whitney R985 engines, their 9-cylinder radials, packing out about a 450 horsepower. Fantastic manoeuvres as well as balancing them there. Now you can see perched on the back, literally one leg right in front of the pilot's nose. Let's see, are they going for a crossover? Looks like it's coming up. And here we go, yes, so as soon as he issues that command, both controls going at the same time, and that keeps them evenly spaced.
To their straps, they've always got a little safety harness in there as well. We've had George, you've sold it to me, I want to have a go. Of the wind, and of course the G-forces that they have to withstand.
Now that fantastic roar comes from
Diving. Pulling. Brake, go!
and that's the voice of Dave Farrell there. Come on, Brian is fast behind him. All well choreographed, of course. And absolutely hours and hours of practice in this, as do the girls as well.